Speedway Sedans Live, proudly produced by Ash Media Speedway Footage. Brought to you by Speedway Sedans Australia, Adam Holt Industries, Campton Graphics and Signage, Cool Drive Distribution, Jules Furniture and Removalists, EB Graphics, Highline Raceway and Team Apparel, Mantle Racewear, Pro One Race Parts, Speedway Sedans Queensland and Speedway Sedans Western Australia.
So, Alexander, the young gun, on pole. Multiple Australian champion in behind him. Nicola, you know he wants to move forward and get points in this one because he didn't finish his opening heat. He's working the bottom side of the racetrack. He's got second. Towers has got problems. He's gone from second to last. He's off the racetrack going into one. Keeps the car going and will stay green. Good job. Towers now stops. One down, 11 to go. So this will give us a good idea of what Mick Nicola's got when we've got the young gun, the young kid out in front. Alexander in the 47, Mick Nicola, three-time Australian Super Sedan champion. Geez, big run by the 16 of Bergmeier through 3 and 4 that time on the top side. Looked like he had the car speed, but just got caught up behind Williams. Now, Williams and Lachlan Onley, they're going to go at it for third position. And Bergmeier, if he just plays it smart and waits, he's a chance to pick up third.
Yeah, I thought there he was nearly around the last time but on both of them. Didn't quite work. Williams still on the outside here of Lachlan Onley. They're both right up behind. Mick Nicola is down low on the track, as is our leader, Ryan Alexander. This is pretty good stuff here. Still Williams is on the top side, Onley the bottom, and Bergmeier just can't find a way through as Williams is going to try and wind up Mick Nicola. They're 3 wide down into pits bend. Bergmeier still trying to find a way through. Alexander the leader now. Great drive by Williams on the outside of Mick Nicola, moves into second place. Lachlan Onley's down low on the track, and here comes Bergmeier now with the run on the outside. Gets blocked a bit by Nicola, who finds himself on the outside of Onley. This is pretty hotly contested. Our race leader, though, is still the 47 of Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander, he's a sitting duck right now, working, rolling around on the bottom side, so he thinks that's the best spot. As I say that, the second place car of Williams just had a bit of a moment coming out of turn 2, so he lost a little bit of ground on our race leader. So Alexander's probably a lot more comfortable now, even though he doesn't know how close these guys are behind him. You got to love the race going on between second, third, fourth and fifth at the moment.
How good is the racetrack? We've got low runners. We've got those up high on the track. Plenty of room to move. And it's Alexander in front. Onley's back in second place. Williams back to third. Right behind them is Nicola and Bergmeier. And still running out there at the back is the 33 of Barry Towers. But you can't take your battle off the placings. Second, third, fourth and fifth behind Alexander. Onley in second. Now diving to the inside is Williams. Still persisting with the outside run is Bergmeier. Finally gets past Nicola and into fourth place.
The track's changing going into turn 1. Right through the middle part of turn 1, there's a real black line starting to show. If you put your rear wheels in that, you're a chance to spin out because you mightn't see it just yet. So let's see what these guys do. 3 and 4's changed again because the sun's gone down. So the different way the track's starting to change now, the sun's gone down, the lights are starting to take effect. Ryan Alexander, he's going to come out of turn number 4 and he will see the white lights are flashing. Lucky he doesn't have a rear vision mirror to see what's going on behind him.
Yeah, brilliant battle for the minor placings. Onley, Williams at 3 wide. Bergmeier's there. So too is Mick Nicola. You throw a T-tail over the 4 of them. The winner's going to go to Alexander, but have a look at this for a finish. Alexander wins. Williams the outside. Onley the inside. Onley second. They are 3 wide. And Williams is going to come out the worst of it. Onley, Nicola, Bergmeier and Williams are separated by not very much. What a finish that was. Williams ends up, I think, down here in turn number 1. Put your hands together for the Super Sedans there in heat number 5. Great race. It's Alexander, Onley, Nicola, Bergmeier and Williams in heat number 5.
Just a reminder, the Champions merchandise shop is only open until 8 o'clock. You've got half an hour to go and have a look. Have a look at the big sale down there in the Champions merchandise shop. Northfield gets the jump on Christensen. The 24 of Childs, he's there in third position. Fixed up that slight panel damage to the front bumper. after contact in his opening heat. Pascoe's moved his way up to 4th already. So Pascoe's on the move. Up to 3rd going into turn 3 now for Matty Pascoe. Race leader, though, is Northfield Christensen. And Pascoe sits there in 3rd. He knows he's got plenty of laps to be able to move his way forward and pick up another 2 spots and take over the race lead.
Yes, indeed. It's very close now for second place. He's moved underneath of Christensen. As you can see, great pictures here as he moves into second and is out after our race leader, Gavin Northfield. That time around a 16.716. Pascoe dives to the inside, has hit the front. What has Northfield got on the top side as they go up into pits bend? It is Pascoe now out in front. Back in second is Northfield. 3rd place will be Christensen. A long gap back then to Jack Childs in 4th, and he basically leads the second half of the race. Dick, McKenzie, Lau, Cronitis. That's the order as they go down the back straight. Look at the gap that Matt Pascoe has opened up. It's a sizable one as we've got a car around. That's Paul Cronitis in turn number 2. That's brought on the cautions, and the sizable lead of Matt Pascoe will be eliminated. And we'll have 8 laps to go. Cronitis around in turn number 2 underneath the time board.
Pascoe gets to hit the fun pedal first. Everybody following down on that darker part of the racetrack where the moisture is. And Pascoe just lets the car drift up, coming out of 4, dives back to the bottom in 1. Keeps it locked down out of turn 2, but really, as he hits the straightaway, he does widen up, which opens up his line down into turn 3. Pascoe's got this joint sorted. 6 remaining.
Yes, Pascoe's out by a long gap. Christensen back there in 3rd place. Jack Childs, yeah, it's all... I think the damage earlier on the night, it's still got some handling issues. The 24 car has just been passed now by Victoria 24, David McKenzie. So Childs back to 5th place, 5 to go, and Pascoe's lead well out over 3 seconds now. And he won his opening heat race, Matty Pascoe, heat number 4. And he's well and truly on his way to winning his second one. He's had his worst starts in the first 2 rounds. So this is really playing right into his hands for later in the tournament, where he's, out by 4.5 seconds now. And as this one only has 3 laps to go, look at the lead he has now. It's huge, nearly half a lap.
So across the line now, we go yellow. Childs has spun down the back straight. So it was a 4.5 second lead for Pascoe of the Queensland 24. Oh, he had contact from Lau in the 71 car, spun him. Pascoe will be just like, let's get this done. I want to get back to the pits. I want to work on my car for my last heat for tonight. No feature race for the Super Sedans tonight. Only heat races. There will be a 20-lap feature race for the production sedans for their Harbour City hustle. 2 remaining for your race leader, Pascoe.
So Pascoe leads with 2 to go. And, well, the margin again is 1.5 seconds. And it's just running on rails down low on the track. Lets it drift up as he makes his way to the midpoint of the back straight, then back down low through the turns. The white lights start flashing, and he is home and hosed. He's had his 2 worst starts of the championship in rounds 1 and 2, and he's going to win both of them. Northfield, Christensen, back to McKenzie and Dick, then Cronitis and Lau and Childs. That is the order. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. The 2-time national champion, first home, Matt Pascoe. Back in second place will be Northfield, then Christensen. 4th place, the 24 of McKenzie, then Dick, Cronitis, Lau and Childs. There is the finishing order for you. The quick lap of 15.810 by Matty Pascoe. He won by 3.068 seconds and has gone 2 from 2 in the first 2 rounds of competition. More to come in just a tick.
Be confident they could actually get out there later on tonight, so I'll keep a close eye on that one for you.
Thanks, Brian. Doing a great job down there in the pits with all the action as it happens. We're underway, heat 7, and Kyle Fisher from Queensland leads this one through. It'll be hotly contested. Steve Jordan makes it 3 wide. Bob McCosker's back in front. Fisher moves around the outside and takes the lead. Mick Nicola Jr.'s in there. Jordan is up on the top side. Brad Wicks in the red and yellow 17s in that group. You throw a T-tail over the 8 of them. Callum Harper's in there as well, and Dave Gartner's at the back of the field. It's Fisher out in front. He runs wide. Diving to the inside is Steve Jordan, who takes the lead. Wicks is back there in third place as they move out of pits bend. Right behind them is Nicola and then Harper. And we've done 2 laps, and Jordan just in front. Fisher in second place. Under him comes Wicks. Right behind him is Nicola Jr. Bob McCosker's now been passed by Callum Harper. McCosker gets sideways. A contact with Towers. That's at the back of the field. But out in front, it's Steve Jordan who leads.
A close as well at the moment to Callum Harper starting to make his way through the field. He was last recorded in position number 5. He's working the top side of the racetrack at the moment. He's on your screens as he heads down the back straight. He's got one very strong contender in Dave Gartner that was sitting underneath him, but now Gartner very strong off the bottom coming out of turn number 4. Vaults his way up into 4th, and in the process just set the fast lap the race as well, but he's caught with Kyle Fisher in front of him, boxed in on the bottom side of the racetrack.
Certainly is. Great battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th, but Steve Jordan out in front. Back then to Brad Wicks in 2nd place. Fisher is holding off a grim death to 3rd. Gartner tried to go underneath, and that's allowed the 22 from Tasmania of Callum Harper, who won earlier on tonight, to move to the outside, and he might take both Gartner and Fisher. He does, and goes from 5th to 3rd here in the main straight. Gartner still trying to get underneath the Fisher. It didn't work again as our race leader Steve Jordan skips away.
Impressive at the moment from Callum Harper. He moves up into position number 3. You would say on early points right now he's looking strong, but still plenty to play out. Gartner is stuck in traffic, isn't he? He's just not able to get through right now as they head back into turns 1 and 2. Harper is coming on Wicks here. The battle for position number 2 into turns 3 and 4. Harper absolutely Mickey Mice, and as we say that, Gartner goes around. Well, I shouldn't say Gartner, he got through it, but more cars caught up down there on the back straight. By the looks, it might be Fisher in the Q32, just as Harper got up into that 2nd spot.
Yeah, great racing, isn't it, for the minor placings? And now that we've got this stoppage, Brian, well, Steve Jordan's lead is going to evaporate, and the challenges are going to come from everywhere in the last 5.
He got a little bit of a helping hand by the looks from Dave Gartner in behind as they went down the back chute that time by us. So
5 laps remain. Steve Jordan leads them past the cone. Brad Wicks from Victoria. Callum Harper immediately moves to the outside. Wicks goes underneath of Jordan. Jordan just in front. Fisher's under pressure from Mick Nicola Jr. They're 2 wide for 4th and 5th place, and they're nearly 3 wide for the lead. So move into the main straight. Jordan just in front for Wicks and Harper. Right behind them, Nicola Jr. and Fisher. We've got an absolute ripper in progress here. Nearly 3 wide. Jordan in front. Wicks went to the low side, and around the outside goes Callum Harper. We've got 3 laps to go.
And watch for Harper to go straight to the bottom. We know he's strong there right now in that 22 machine. The 2016 champion gets back to the floor here at Valvoline Raceway into position number 1 coming out of turn number 2. This would make it 2 from 2 as well at the moment for Harper. Jordan's not giving it to him at the moment as they come out of turn number 4. He's very strong on the bottom as well. Back into turn 1. Absolutely stocking battle for the lead as Harper works the top side of the racetrack and now pulls clear.
He certainly does. The white lights will come on. There'll be 1 lap to go, and he looks like he will go 2 from 2 as they move down the main straight. Jordan 2nd, back then to Wicks, Nicola Jr. and Dave Gartner has got up to 5th, might get up to 4th on the last lap. The nose cone's falling off. He goes around Nicola Jr. into 4th place now, but put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Former national champion Callum Harper first home. 2nd place goes to Steve Jordan. Brad Wicks will just get 3rd ahead of the late charging car number 8 of Dave Gartner. 5th is Nicola Jr., then Kyle Fisher, Bob McCosker and Mark Towers. How's our winner back through with us? Callum Harper wins by 1.2 seconds, and he had a quick lap of 16.002 in the process in winning heat number 7. From Victoria and Western Australia's Phil Barton on row number 1. They come into the main straight. Green lights are activated. Good dispatch. And it's Randall on the inside in 5. And with him is Phil Barton. And sneaking up under both of them is Sean Black. But that lead was taken straight back by Phil Barton, who takes the lead as Grant Shaw is punted off the racetrack and nearly into the fence down there in Pitts Bend. The green lights remain on as Sean Black fights back on the inside and takes back the lead. That's about 3 lead changes. Barton back to second place. Back to Anthony Randall, who's just been passed by Darren Kane. But out in front, it's Sean Black who now leads. Back in second place, it's Barton, then back to Kane. Randall fourth, and now sneaking up on the inside, you'll find it's Andrew White, then Corey Smith, who won earlier on tonight. This is pretty hotly contested stuff as Corey Smith spins in front of a couple and brings on the yellows.
Yeah, that was just getting very hotly contested out there. Racetrack is just superb right now. As we know, Darren Kane didn't finish his opening heat, so he needs to get maximum points in this one. Rocket replay coming up. Watch the 16. Just checked up and went through the slick. Couple of cars in front of him. Corey Smith in that 16 went around on his own accord with a couple of cars in front of him. As I said, calm. Green flag back. So what can Kane do? He sits in third. Black and Barton are in front of him. Looks to the inside in turn 3. Picks up second spot. Puts Barton back to third. Black is your race leader. Kane just biding his time. Oh, look at White just ploughing through the cushion in turn 2. Back to the action up front. Black over Kane.
Yes, Black just in front. Kane has decided to go to the top side, getting that big right rear up against the cushion and makes up a lot of ground there in the back straight. Back to Barton in third. Good battle for 4th and 5th between Randall and Randall. Anthony and Wayne. Anthony prevails at this point in time. So move out of turn 2 and down the back straight. Sean Black just in front, as you can see. And Darren Kane's about to dive to the inside as Wayne Randall moves into 4th on Anthony. Back into the main straight though. Sean Black continues to lead, but that lead is just a car length over the 3-time national champion, who has now shown his hand to Sean Black, who probably see him on the left-hand side. So he sneaks underneath and takes the lead away as they come out of Pitts Bend.
Yeah, done a nice job, has Kane. Was impressed by the 2 Randall gentlemen out there. Was almost who was going to Randall at the best.
Oh.
And Wayne is at the moment. Race leader, though, is Darren Kane. He'll have 4 to go. Now the 16 of Smith.
Oops.
Makes contact with Anthony Randall. Panel damage to the right corner. Oh, White had a moment on that restart. Car got awfully untidy on him. Car's actually passed him before the cone, but he got awfully sideways, and you can see he's still fighting his race car. Race leader, Darren Kane. Black back there in second. Randall third. 4th is Barton. Then we go back to Williams. White, Randall, Shaw and Smith. Kane, though, he's on his merry way.
Yeah, certainly is. Got a handy lead. Good drive by Lee Williams back there in 5th after being in the rear of the field earlier on in the race. But at this point in time, you think he'll finish in 5th place if White doesn't get him. But out in front, they'll come up with only a couple of laps left to go. Darren Kane is going to redeem himself for the incident he was involved in earlier on tonight. Not of his own doing, but it was crashed out, and some big points coming his way. A white flag or white lights will come on here. 1 to go. A big gap back then to Black, Randall and Barton. Probably the way they're going to finish, and then back to Lee Williams. Anthony Randall, after having a great run earlier in the race, looks like he might have a flat tyre. He's passed now by Darren Kane as they move out of turn number 4. The 3-time national champion, Darren Kane, first home. Checker flag is out. Second place is going to go the way of 26, Sean Black. Good drive by Wayne Randall. Phil Barton 4th. Lee Williams does get 5th. Back then to Andrew White, Corey Smith, Grant Shaw and Anthony Randall a lap down. 16.171 was the quick lap by Darren Kane as he rolls on by, won by 3.83 seconds. That was another good win. Heat number 8 done and dusted. We'll be back in just a tick.
Just up here at the moment with Lachlan Onley. We've stolen a quick word. Second in that opening heat for the second round of heats, mate. How was it? Because you and Ryan had a stogging battle out there. It was good to watch.
Yeah, no, the car was better, and we freed her up there a bit too much in the first heat, but got it somewhere close in that next one, so hopefully we can find a little bit more again.
Strong here last weekend, of course. Talk us through the track at the moment. How different is it at the moment compared to what you had here last weekend?
Yeah, no, it dusted off a lot more last weekend, but it sort of had a real big cush up the top. But there, the track was a lot wider last weekend. But no, it's coming up to be a real good racetrack, and tomorrow night it'll be a good main on it. Yeah.
Your team, when I was down there a moment ago, working pretty feverishly away at the car. What's some of the changes that you're looking to make ahead of this final round of heats tonight?
Oh, just really we're somewhere close, but I just need to find something different to the rest of them. So we're not moving too far from where we are. Just give it a little bit and see if we can get it that bit better. Yeah. Mate,
great to have you back here again tonight at Valvoline Raceway. All the best of luck for obviously what's the remainder of tonight and then the big one tomorrow night.
Yeah, no, thank you.
There he is, Lachlan Onley, as we get set for another round of heats very, very shortly for the modified productions. But first, quick ad break and back with more.